Just a few minutes ago on Channel.
You can hang a star on the entire season. Oh, doctor.
I'll tell you something. The place to be right now is that locker room. I've been in a winning locker room before. It is exciting. You're going to smell like champagne, but I don't think Graham Ledger or anyone else cares.
Down here. We haven't seen a scene like this for some 12 years in San Diego Padre history. The Padres have just clinched the Western Division Championship. We're going to try and, woo! I just got a shower from one of the Padres here. We're going to try and get over to the man with the S on his chest and listen in over here. You know who we're talking about, Ken Caminetti.
I was in a little bit of pain after I dove back in the second last night, but you know, you really don't feel it when games are on the line like it was today, so you know, I'm not complaining about any pain at all.
Ken, how do you summarize this season?
Storybook. It's awesome.
You battled injuries and you produced an MVP season.
Like I said earlier, my teammates, I owe it all to my teammates. This is a team game. I couldn't have had the year I had if it wasn't for my teammates. So it's been outstanding.
How about St. Louis? How about St. Louis?
St. Louis played us tough all year. They definitely, we owe them something because they knocked our pants off just about every time they played us this year. So we owe them. I think we match up with them just fine. So
how about that Chris Quinn coming through?
Chris Quinn, that was the biggest hit all year right there.
What kind of a series is?
All right, that's a word from Ken Caminetti. We're going to make our way around this room and try and have some organized mayhem here. We're going to make our way over to the Gwynn brothers, Chris and Tony. Of course, Chris had the big hit today. Media is packed around Tony Gwynn right now. We're going to listen to Tony.
Players that it takes to win, and I felt like we were well on our way at the end of '94 when we made the Houston trade, and to be standing here today in the National League West Division Champions locker room, for me, is a great thrill. I mean, 3 years ago, there's no way I could have seen this, and so to be standing here today, having champagne poured on you, I mean, there's nothing better.
What's the feeling? And can you compare it to anything else?
Well, you're cautious because there's still a lot of work to be done. You know, I mean, we won a division. That's what we wanted to do, but you know, now, you know, really these 3 games are like playoff games. You know, we came out, we played well, and we know we're going to have to play well to go out to St. Louis and beat them. They've pretty much dominated us all year long, and so from our standpoint, you know, we're going to have to continue to play this kind of baseball in order to move on. But like I said, to be standing here today after 12 years, I can't even begin to explain to you what it feels like.
What did Chris say to you when you first talked to the dugout or in the field?
I just told him, man, that's the biggest hit I've seen. You know, and you deserve it. You deserve to be the one to get it done today. And he looked confident. I mean, he didn't have much to say. He just smiled, you know. But looking at him at the plate, he looked extremely confident. He got a pitch that was...
That's Tony Gwynn talking about his brother, Chris Gwynn, who is to my right over here. Chris delivering the big hit today, the game-winning hit, the game-winning RBI.
Have been really good to me. I mean, I haven't been playing as well, but they never stopped believing in me, and I really never stopped believing in myself. But to get a big hit like that is always special.
Can you put into words, because we can only imagine what it must feel like to be the hero of the biggest game of the
Nice going, Winnie.
Thank you.
Can you put it into words what it feels like for you personally?
Wally Joyner congratulating Chris Gwynn on the game-winning hit.
Personally, it's a kind of redemption as far as the whole season, and I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm just happy to contribute. I think Tony, Finley, Caminetti, the pitching staff, they've been great all year. So for me, it's just doing my part. You know, one thing, it just happened to be in a big game, and it's more magnified.
Did your brother say anything to you before you went and had that at bat today?
No.
How about afterwards?
Congratulations. I mean, you know, it's fun. It's what players play for. Pennants, and I mean, there was a lot of talk that, you know, you might see a lot of different guys, but there's a lot of pride in both these clubhouses, and could very well we meet again. So
redemption against your former teammates?
More for me personally for a bad season. It's been tough.
Can you put into words?
All right, there's Chris Quinn summarizing the game-winning hit, game-winning RBIs. He had a big hit in the 11th inning. He drove in 2 runs to capture this victory for the San Diego Padres and clinch the National League Western Division. I don't know if Hal Clement is set up out on the field. Can you hear me, Hal?
Back off the microphone in San Diego, the IFB mic. Back off of it a little bit. We hear him in the truck fine. We don't understand why he can't.
We're back down live at Dodger Stadium. A chaotic scene. The Padre clubhouse, the winning locker room. The National League Western Division champion San Diego Padres. We're making our way slowly across the locker room here. Big groups of crowds of reporters, of course, around Tony Gwynn, Chris Gwynn, who supplied the winning hit during the ball game today, and of course the man with S on his chest, Ken Caminetti. A lot of people talking to him right now. Jody Reed, how do you summarize this victory today? A hell of a ball game?
Oh, unbelievable. But did you have any doubt? I mean, the way we've been playing, the way we've been going all year, I think people were predicting that it would come down to the last game way back in spring training.
You guys were tied coming in the very last ball game. The ball game goes into extra inning tied. Can you believe it?
Oh, yeah, I can believe it. Because, I mean, it was scripted that way. It seems like the whole series, the whole season for us was just going to be an unbelievable adventure, and it has been. Nothing has let us down to this point. And, you know, we're going to enjoy this moment and then turn our thoughts to the playoffs.
What about St. Louis? How do you handicap that?
I don't know. We're not even thinking about them right now. Ask me in an hour and I'll tell you a little more. But right
Will you be sober in an hour? That's the question.
Yeah, oh, yeah, we got to drive home. But right now, I'm just going to enjoy the camaraderie of my teammates. We worked so hard to get here. Then we'll start thinking about St. Louis.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you, guys. All right.
Jody Reed, the second baseman for the San Diego Padres, the Western Division champion San Diego Padres. Who else can we pick off here? This looks like Arky Sinfraco. And there's a Ted Leitner, a soaking Ted. Hey, what about this ball game, Ted? I like your moose.
This is it's a president from I'm proud to say, the president of the club, Larry Lucchino, officially doused me, and I can't do a thing with my hair.
There's a rag for you.
Oh, man.
Can you believe this, Ted? Nothing.
Man, there's no way.
Tied ball game, tied records going in the final game?
Come in and, and have to sweep 3 in Los Angeles. I thought with all the talk about, well, yeah. Well, you want the wild card. Who believed that? Nobody believes that because you don't normally do that in 3 games on the road against a bad team. This is a good Dodger team, and the Padre pitching was even better. And I am surprised. I didn't expect it would happen.
And Chris Gwynn coming through after a couple of, a tough time in the Rockies series.
Yeah, if you had taken that script to Spielberg or some other directors, and here's the deal: the guy doesn't hit all year. People are on him. The talk shows are burning. He shouldn't be on the club. He's on there because he's Tony's brother. And he hasn't had a significant hit like all year. This is his 3rd double the whole season. And he gets a double in the 11th of the deciding game. Now, who wrote this story? Who would believe this story? No way.
San Diego Padres, the Western Division champions. How do you summarize this season, Ted? You were here, of course, for '84. This one is almost more exciting, it seems.
It really is, and I'm not sure why. That was the first one, but that wasn't dramatic. That was, lead the true story of the second half of last.
Wally Joyner.
Oh,
Ted, I like your hair. It's better than mine right now.
Oh, Wally, thank you.
Well, we were talking about the '84 season. There was excitement there, but there's something about this season. Maybe it was the odds were longer in this season for some reason.
As bad as they played in the second half in '84, they kept pulling away, and so there was no drama. That's why there was 17,000 the day they clinched the ballpark. But this was tension and drama for like 3 weeks. And to end it like this, yeah, it is better, it is sweeter. Even though the first is the first, the second is better.
All right, Ted, we're going to take a break right now. We're going to step aside from this mayhem. Ted's going to dry off, and he's going to try and do some interviews with some players. But right now, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with this Padre special in just a few minutes.